but it's not like Christmas at all.
ايش اسمك انت؟ سوسو. احلى سوسو. تعرف اصحاب هذا الدار؟
بس بعرف صاحبتي.
وين صاحبتك؟
هنا.
عايشة ولا
ايه؟
عاشت ولا
مات طلعوها شهيد.
شهيدة؟ من هنا من الدار هذه؟ زعلان عليها انت؟ تعرف وين صاحبتك راحت؟ وين؟
This little boy is praying the funeral prayer on his mother, his father, and every single one of his siblings. He's the only one left from his entire family. This man's little girls were, and he lay down on the side of the road so that he could be next to their bodies. And then Israel, him too. This man is looking at his little girl's eyes, and they're completely, and he says over and over, "Take my eyes. Take my two eyes. Give my two eyes to my little girl." This journalist lost these 4 beautiful children. And in a video, he shows one of the little boys who's no longer here pushing his baby brother. And then when this journalist goes back to his home, which is completely flattened, look at what he finds. This woman holds up her grandchild and she says, "Satan Yahu, look at how many children, how many babies isn't it enough?" And then she says, "This is our homeland."
Join me for an experiment. TikTok shop. I just bought something on TikTok shop. Going live later, guys. Live on TikTok. I'm going live on TikTok and buying something on the TikTok shop. I'm doing this because I am seeing absolutely no content about Palestine or Sudan during Sudan Action Week. It is Sudan Action Week for people to learn more about Sudan. There are tasks every single day. I am seeing nothing about it. Nothing. And I know a lot of people are participating. I'm seeing 0 about Congo. Absolutely nothing about Congo. Nothing about Congo. And for Yemen to be taking all of these ships, and for the U.S. to be mustering up 10 nations to intervene and try and fight Yemen for this canal access, I'm seeing, surprisingly, nothing on that either. Not a thing. But what I am seeing is TikTok shop. I'm seeing TikTok shop. People selling on TikTok shop. People buying on TikTok shop. All kinds of goods and services on TikTok shop. This holiday season, this Christmas season on TikTok shop. Let's see how it does. This is part 3 of pronouncing words like a Palestinian. I'm going to do some translations here. So from the river to the sea, Joy, Rafah, Gazan, and Jerusalem. And we'll see how to say it in Arabic. So from the river to the sea has 2 ways of saying it. You can either completely translate it, but it won't rhyme, or you can say it the way we say it in Arabic. So this one says من النهر للبحر فلسطين رح تتحرر, right? من النهر للبحر فلسطين رح تتحرر. This literally means from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. However, this is not what we say. We say this. من المية للمية فلسطين عربية. You can hear how this one rhymes better than the first one. من المية للمية فلسطين عربية. This actually means from the water to the water, Palestine is Arab. Let's just break down the pronunciation. This is the transliteration. So من المية. We don't say من المية. من المية للمية. من المية للمية. Palestine. We've worked on Palestine before, so if you didn't see how to pronounce that one, I have it in a previous video. And then عربية. This one's a bit harder, okay? So this is the letter عين. And so to pronounce it, it comes from the back of your throat.
So what I need you to do is push your tongue backwards so that you can close your throat up, and then take out some noise and not air, because when you push your tongue back and take out air is right, and that's this letter for Hamas, not a for Arabi. So when you push your tongue back, take out a noise, not air. So so here it should be Arabiya. And again, of course, I'm not talking in modern standard Arabic, I'm talking in a Palestinian accent specifically. So من المية للمية فلسطين عربية. So now that we've ticked that one off, we can do joy. The actual word for joy is marah, right? Marah. But we don't really say marah. I think this is pretty much only used in modern standard Arabic. So what we say instead is farah, which is happiness. This one shouldn't be too hard. Farah. This one rolls a little bit, the R, and then the H is the same as the ha that we had just said. You push your tongue to the back of your throat and then let out some air, and it should be farah, farah. If you want to say I'm happy in a sentence, depending if you're a girl or a guy, you would either say أنا فرحانة or أنا فرحان. The feminine way to say it is أنا فرحانة. And the masculine way is أنا فرحان. This means I am happy. Someone asked me to explain how to say different Palestinian cities, including Rafah, for like the Rafah border. So I'm only going to do like Jerusalem and Rafah now, but the next video inshallah is going to be more. So this one, again, I just pronounced it like that. It's Rafah. 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 Again, this is the same letter that we did in Farah and the same letter we did here. So close your throat and push out some air. And the Ra, again, the R is rolled. Rafah, not Rafah, but you can say Rafah. It's really not that big of a deal. I know that it's really hard for a lot of people to roll their R's. And the Rafah border is the Egyptian border. So now we have the word Gazan, right? We don't say Gazan, we say Ghazawi. Ghazawi, right? Ghazawi. If I wanted to say that man is from Gaza, I would say he is Ghazawi. Huwa Ghazawi. So again, the letter Ghain, which is this letter, comes from the back of the throat. So what I need you to do is pretend you're gargling, like, right? You're gargling water, but without the water. You do, and stop the sound, just make it, and that is the Ra. That is the Ra sound. Ghazawi. This one should be quite easy, but if you still can't pronounce the Ra, it's fine. If you want to say these are a bunch of people from Gaza, you would say these are Ghazawiyya. 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 It's like saying Gaza, oui in French, and then yeah in English. So Gaza, yes, yes. And this word not only means a bunch of people from Gaza, it also means a female from Gaza. So if I was from Gaza, I would say أنا غزاوية. So we have Ghazawi and Ghazawiyya. Not Gazan. So not Gazan. And now we have Jerusalem. And I love Jerusalem because this is my home city. So when you search up the word Jerusalem and you find the origin of it, it says that it actually means a place of peace. And in Arabic, a place of peace, or like the house of peace or a home of peace, would be Darus Salam. Jerusalem. Darus Salam. However, that's not how we say Jerusalem in Arabic. We also call it Baytul Maqdis, which means the home of the holy. But the main word that we use for Jerusalem is Al-Quds. Al-Quds. Now, for this word, you have quite a few pronunciations. The thing is about the letter Qaf is that in Arabic, you find a lot of people pronouncing it very different. So you have Qaf, and then Kaf, and then A, and then G. And there's no G in Arabic, so yeah. So you have some people saying Al-Quds, some people saying Al-Quds, some people saying Al-Uds, and other people saying Al-Quds. They wouldn't say Al-Quds, they would say Al-Qudus. But for now, we're gonna practice Al-Quds, because this is actually the main way to say it. Again, this letter comes from the throat. These are the main letters that people can't pronounce, the ones that come from the throat. So what you need to do is completely close up your throat with your tongue. So push your tongue all the way back into your throat. And as you're releasing your tongue from there, a sound should come out like what. The difference is between the qaf and the a, right? The difference is the a is while your tongue is still there, you push a sound out. But because you're completely closing your throat, you cannot push a sound out. So as you're releasing your tongue for the qaf, you push some sound out, and that is the letter qaf. So now you have al-Quds, right? Al-Quds. And that is how you say Jerusalem.
I just watched a Congolese man set himself on fire in hopes to get media attention, and that we'll see him on fire on these phones that's literally facilitating the suffering of Congolese people. Think about how sick and tired and how desperate and anguished you gotta be to set yourself on fire in hopes that it will create media attention about what's happening to your people. When I learned about King Leopold, or I learned about Patrice Lumumba, you feel me? I learned about, you know what I'm saying, all these broken treaties and all these foreign entities that then switched and did Congo like musical chairs. It really made me think, like, damn, this is how slavery was really facilitated for my people right here. Right now in the Congo, they experiencing slavery. I watched this video of two 4-year-old little girls in the rain with no shoes, having to go fetch materials to literally mine cobalt, you know what I'm saying, coltan out of the ground. This man set himself on fire in hopes that it would create media attention. And I believe that all of us should be making videos about this, definitely. Make sure this was not done, you feel me, in a way that don't, like, come on, man, like, shit, this shit crazy.
Cop City is a huge problem. If there's ever a video that I need you guys to push, it's this one. Please boost this video. We need as many people talking about this. In case you haven't heard, the city council in Atlanta, Georgia, just approved, they sanctioned the construction of the largest militarized police training center in the country. In other words, Cop City. Cop City was first proposed during the anti-police protests in 2020. There's been constant protests happening, and the response by the government, the state government, has been horrific. Just this past January, a Cop City protester named Tehran was murdered. 26 years old, was shot over 50 times. Not only that, they arrested the organizers on terrorism charges, state level terrorism. They raided innocent people during a music festival. They're also targeting the climate activists. The Cop City slated to be built on the largest green space in Atlanta, Wheeler Forest. And I want to be very clear and make these few points too. Israel trains the U.S. police force. And as you can see in this article, Atlanta law enforcement is trained with Israeli officers right before October 7th. I need you guys to understand that we need to make this perfectly clear. What is happening in Israel and their occupation of Palestine, they are actively trying to do here. So what they have been doing in Israel, they have been learning from them and bringing it to America. Israeli officers set the standards of how to oppress a group of people. They are actively trying to monstrously dismantle the community, the largest black community in Georgia. Want to know what else they're doing? They're building more prisons. They just solidified a $320 million contract to build a state-of-the-art prison in Georgia. They want to put everyone in prison. They are actively trying to destroy the entire community of Atlanta. And in the next 5 years, 5 to 10 years, they want to have majority of the people and residents in Atlanta in prison. That's the goal. Because when you are in prison, slavery nor involuntary servitude except a punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted. None of this is new, but this is the most aggressive response to one of the most densely black populated areas in America. If you want to do more and learn more about Cop City and do your part and join in the fight, visit stopcopcity.city and join the fight today. And we need to end oppression of all kind.
I didn't ever imagine to live days like this. I've been always seeing pictures for the Nakba, the people who left their homes by the occupation, and how the situation of Gaza Strip, the West Bank, the occupied lands has become. But now I'm living every single moment of what I ever imagined before this. The situation is so disastrous. I use this word a lot, so. So what do you need to see more, people? What do you want me to show more?
Hey everyone, this is Bissam from Gaza, continuing with you the coverage for Al Arabi TV for the years under bombing. So today is the day 82 of the continuous bombing, the continuous genocide against Palestinians in Gaza. And today, the bombing, I mean the airstrikes, literally several types of committing massacres against Palestinians were in Rafah and in Khan Yunis. In Rafah and Shabura, in Khan Yunis in the east, in the middle, and in the west of Khan Yunis. So the thing is, more than 30 people were killed, dozens of injuries in each of these places, and of course the bombing continued in the rest of Gaza Strip areas, the middle, the north, and Gaza City itself. We've become 3,000 people who were arrested during this war, during the past period, since 7th of October, just in Gaza Strip. So 3,000 people were arrested. No one, families, friends, relatives do not know what happened to them. Where are they? We've seen videos from the stadium, Al Yarmouk Stadium, or from other places where people are treated horribly, and they were taken by the Israeli soldiers to unknown places. So we became 3,000 people to be arrested until now, and we don't know what is happening with them or what happened to them actually. While some people in the past maybe 3 or 4 days got back from the prisons, the Israeli prisons, to the hospitals in Rafah, and they were in really terrible conditions. For the humanitarian situation in Gaza, there is no enough food, medicines, and water, as you know. But now the thing is, people are moving more and more. They're leaving places like schools and hospitals where they can find some resources like water, some infrastructure like bathrooms, to unknown places in Al-Mawasi or even the streets of Rafah, because they were willing to evacuate. More than 50,000 pregnant women now in Gaza during and living this horrible situation, in need for medical support and in need for hospitals. More than 180 newborn baby each day since the beginning of this war. They all are in need for humanitarian support. Their mothers need assistance and all these things. So the humanitarian situation is either collapsed or not about to collapse, over collapse actually, since the beginning of this war, especially the health system. That's for now. Keep following to know more about Gaza. Last night was really, really hard. I mean, the bombings, the warcrafts, the elderly, all these sounds were really terrifying for all the people living in Gaza Strip, especially in the middle area and Khan Yunis. But at least we were lucky that we survived. In the past 24 hours, about 19 massacres resulted in the killing of 195 to 200 people and the injury of hundreds in Beit Lahia, over civilians' homes, of course, in El Maghazi and in Khan Yunis. So these places were heavily targeted last night and during the day. So during the past 24 hours, 3 bombings and targetings were around the Red Crescent Hospital in Khan Yunis. The last one was just hours ago. About 10 people were killed, 12 people were injured. Must say that this area, the Red Crescent Hospital area, contained thousands of displaced people from the east areas of Khan Yunis. So, as I said, some reports about the executions, the field executions, was talking about the executions against Al-Khaldi, 9 people of Al-Khaldi family in Sheikh Radwan, other people who were displaced, evacuating to Shadi Abu Ghazala school in Jabalia. 6 people were killed in the 13th of December in Shadi Abu Ghazala school. Some of them were children. And of course what happened to Anan family in Rimal neighborhood also. So the executions and other sorts of brutal killing against Palestinians, we've been going through this during the past 84 days. So until now, we're talking about bombings, executions, killing, displacement. There is no talking about any ceasefire, despite there are arguments around an Egyptian suggestion to the ceasefire, to reach the ceasefire, but until now there is no exact results for these arguments. Keep following to know more about Gaza. Hey everyone, this is Bisan. Still alive. It's the day 83 of the continuous bombings. So during the past 24 hours, 19 massacres were committed against Palestinians in Gaza. Between 195 to 200 people were killed and hundreds of injured people. So the question is, now I'm really questioning, until when? We've recorded the whole kinds of massacres against hospitals, schools, civilians, in the streets, in the shelters, everywhere. We've been recording for 82 days. Today is the 83rd day to be recording, and nothing has changed. The only thing that we are sure about now is that we've lost our beloved ones and we've lost our homes. And a massive destruction is waiting for us if we survive this war. And only this. We're not sure of anything else. So, until when? Amjad, wallahi, we've shown you many things you've never seen in Hollywood. You've never seen these massacres before. You've never imagined that these massacres could happen before. And we've recorded that. And not
Top 10 things you should never do on social media. Coming in at number 1, post a picture of a human not interacting with oxygen and then post something completely irrelevant. Look, I'm the last person to teach social media etiquette, but the internet leaves me no choice. It's been a month since I've posted my regular content. That's not because I don't want to post. That's because it's not right to post. That's what I don't understand. How can you post these horrifying videos and pictures coming out of Watermelonia and then just post regular content? Your feed has a bipolar disorder. I've said this before, but I'm gonna plagiarize myself again. You know what it kind of looks like? You don't care about being a good person. You just want to cosplay as one. This isn't some bucket list activity. This is a human list activity. Look, I don't want to come on here and act like the hummus guardian of the galaxy, but I miss making my regular videos too. But they miss their mothers, their fathers, their siblings, their friends, their homes, their lives. I'm not telling you to fight demons 24/7, but if you're gonna have fun, don't show the world that you're having fun. You need to not only show the civilians of the internet, but the owners of the internet that we will not be providing you any value or entertainment until things change. The hummus benders need us right now. Don't leave them unread.
Hey y'all, so I want to address something. With this new age of creators making content to fight against multiple genocides, there are a few wolves among the sheep. I know we like to believe that no person in their right mind would exploit the atrocities being committed against multiple groups of people as a way to catapult their career or what they lack of. But we live in a real world, and there are some people who are trying to benefit off the genocides of multiple people. And your humane nature to see people literally dying and say, well, if this little filter is supposed to do something, then I don't see a problem in doing it. Or if this person says that this song is going to help them make money to donate to these people, I don't see a problem in streaming. Alas, here we are. All this to say, start fact checking these people. Start asking them about the organizations they're donating this money to. Start asking for the progress. And if they don't answer, you have your answer. I know this is about to be a long video, and I know y'all have short attention spans, but please just stick with me. In regard to the Republic of Congo, in my previous video, I talked about this filter that you could use that would generate money that the user that created the filter would donate that money to people in Congo. But it turns out that user made the filter on their laptop and not their phone. So none of those views that filter got generated any money. However, they did make a new filter, a filter that can be monetized.
Big up to all of my massive them. Thank you to everybody that has been using the free Congo filter that I have made. Alright, unfortunately, the TikToky, right? I said because I make the filter on my phone instead of do it on my laptop like how me they do the free DRC filter. Them now count the filter for me for make no funds from it. So I can't make no funds from the free Congo for donate. But the free DRC is official. We can make the funds from this. So let's get this to 200k so we can donate to Congo and bring freedom to Congo. Because remember, Congo free, Africa free.
And here it is. This is the filter. Please use this filter. You have to get at least 200k uses of this filter to start generating money, so let's get on it. And there were many skeptics in the comments saying, how are you going to boycott technology? One man's trash is another man's treasure. There are plenty of refurbished devices you can find on eBay or just used devices, Facebook Market, things of that. And also a lot of people in the comment section have been talking about this company called Fairphone. I did a little skimming, so please go research it for yourself. But it claims to be a sustainable smartphone service. 70% of their materials are recyclable, they're e-waste neutral, and their phones last long times. So if you want to buy a new phone, get a phone from them. And if you haven't heard by now, vaping and vape products are the leading cause of e-waste in the world. And the materials to make those vapes come straight from Congo. So if the overall health of your body and the air quality of your lungs wasn't enough to convince you to quit vaping, maybe knowing that ill-protected children are harvesting the materials that go into making that vape. For little to no money, might I add. And users like Lover Lil Comedy, who joke about children being shot up in schools, I don't think we should be using their filters. But this one is certified, and the person who made this filter is working with people in Congo to help them.
I am tired of the filters, and I am tired of people trying to promote their music, and I am tired of the virtue signaling, because that is what it is. For example, this Congo filter is not generating any money. When you use it, no money is going to Congo. And I know that because I went onto the creator's account to look for proof of donation, and I saw that she said on multiple occasions that Filter's not making money because she made it on her phone instead of her desktop. So she made this one on her desktop, but she needs 200,000 people to use this filter before it can generate any money. But y'all are too busy virtue signaling under the first one to know that. I'm not saying y'all have bad intentions, but a lot of y'all care more about looking good than doing good. Because y'all are just sitting in front of filters saying, see, it was easy, without actually spreading any information, and you're getting thousands of likes and views. It's like the black squares, but 10 times worse because it's monetized, and y'all don't take 2 seconds to look at the creator's profile to see if they've posted any proof as to where that money is going.
Hey everyone, have you ever thought about the people with disabilities in Gaza? I mean, those people with disability in the hearing, how can they hear the bombings and just escape? Those who cannot move, those who cannot see the road in front of them, how can they escape? How can they just survive this? Okay, so during the past 2 days, I've been hearing more and more stories. One of them was on X, and a girl was talking about an old woman. She was blind and she was killed during a bombing on the neighborhood that they're living in. And another friend yesterday, he's deaf, and he was talking about those people who were killed. Some of his neighbors were killed because they did not hear the Israeli soldiers warning them. So, yeah, no one is safe in Gaza. You can just see the video of this friend, and I'll be translating his signs. Okay. تمام.